Hey guys, I'm going to show you all this hair tutorial. Actually, there's two hair tutorials in this look that I'm going to show you all in this tutorial. Right here, I'm just throwing back in some moisturizer in my head that I lost over the 5 days that I had that stretched out in. And the stretch out I used on fresh washed hair. So make sure that you have clean stretched out hair because it's just easier to manipulate your hair when it's in that nature. That moisturizer will be in the description below. It's very moisturizing and it's very lightweight and it's very liquidy. So if that's something that you're into, it's in the description. Just look down. Right here, I'm just sectioning off my hair into one bun to make sure that no strands deviate onto the other side, trying to make their way into my other braids. And right here, I'm going to be sectioning off my hair into two parts so that I can have a French braid along the crown of my head on each side. Right here, I'm weaving in some silver Kanekalon hair that I purchased from the beauty supply store for only $1.99. Yes, boo, $1.99. You can get it from any beauty supply store that sells Kanekalon hair, but buyers will aware that they may not have the color that you're looking for. And if you don't see it, it's okay. Don't worry. Just ask if they have it in storage because they really might have it in storage, but they just haven't put it out there yet. And when you're braiding your hair, you may run into the issue that it tangles like that. So just pull on it gently. Don't tear it or yank it because you can't end up damaging your hair if you have longer hair like mine. Or even if you have shorter hair, you don't want that stress on your hair. And right here, I'm going to be tying off my hair into a knot so that it does not unravel while I'm braiding the rest of my hair. Flips hair. There you go, Helen. Alright, so I'm taking down the hair on this side. And I'm going to start braiding in this model brand hair in the color T30. And that was my failed attempt at trying to show you all the price. But the price of it is $5.99, and that hair will also be in the description box as well. And one thing that I do for each side is that I take out pieces of hair, and I take out 10 pieces of hair for each side and make sure that it's even so that I don't have a thicker braid on one side. And yes, one piece of hair makes a difference, and where you place it makes a difference also. So place it in the same spot as you did the other hair when you're braiding in the hair, and you will see what I mean in a couple of seconds. Right here, I'm starting off on hair that's about 1 inch wide and 1/4 of an inch thick. So I'm just going to be braiding in my hair, and don't pull on your hair too hard because you do not want to lose hair in this protective hairstyle. You're trying to keep your edges, not have them fly away. That's not what we want. When you're 2 inches into your French braid, like I am, you're going to start to add in your hair. So start adding in your hair. And the hair that I use is a natural hair color in comparison to the hair color that I have on my head, which I do not know the actual color, but for the model brand hair, it's the color T30. It's a perfect match for me, which is why I use it, obviously. And that's a thick piece of hair that I'm using to weave in my hair. So use thick pieces of hair when you're using to weave in when you're braiding your hair. Be gentle on your hair also. And a good thing to do when French braiding your hair is to make sure that you have a good firm grip on your hair when braiding your hair, because you don't want puffy patches of hair surrounding your braid. I mean, if that's the look where you're going for, then do that. But if you don't want that look, then don't do that. Just push down your hair as you're grabbing hair with your fingers. And this is an easy practice once you get that muscle memory into your fingers. If you play the guitar or any string instrument, any string instrument, you know what I'm talking about. Or driving, for instance. It's just that muscle memory. You see there? I'm pushing the hair down. I'm smoothing it down without stressing it. And you know when you're stressing your hair, when you see your scalp start to turn red, when it becomes inflamed, that's when you know that you're pulling too hard on your hair. I'm just braiding my hair in gently without stressing it out too much. We want to be careful. Yes, just keep on adding in that hair. And as you will see, very soon, I will add in 2 pieces of small hair. And that's just to compensate for the lack of volume in those pieces of hair. So 2 small pieces of hair will equate to the volume of 1 large piece of hair. And as you go to the bottom of the hair when you're braiding, make sure you add in more hair because you will lose volume in your hair, in your braid, because you're running out of your actual hair from the braid as you go towards the bottom of your braid. As your braid gets longer, you lose more volume from your natural hair. So make sure you add in hair from the weave. And right here, I have some hair left over at the bottom of my neck. I'm going to braid that in. But when I braid it in, I'm not going to pull too hard because you want to be careful with your hair. You want to be sensitive. Treat it like a child. You don't pull on children's arms too hard. You just pull on them firmly, just to guide them. I'm just guiding my hair into that braid. And right here, I'm pulling on the hair to make sure that I have enough leverage so I'm able to bend my head down and to the right in all sorts of directions when I'm sleeping or just in daily activities. And right here, I'm showing you the first hairstyle. I'm pulling in that braid, the French braid from the top, into the large French braid. And this is the first look. This look is very neat and it's creative. It's unique. I don't really see too many people doing this look. And actually, I thought about this look before, I want to say like a month ago, I thought about this look. But I want to show you all, which is why I'm doing this tutorial. And I want to hurry up and get it out there before I saw anybody else do it. And right here, I added in the braid at the tip of my ear. I just lay it against my head and I just grab it. I just lay it in. And this is the second look. For the second look, instead of adding in the braid towards the tip of my ear, I'm going to be adding it in towards the nape of my neck or the bottom of my chin. And a good way to do that is to figure out how is to do one braid and then use that as your guide because you want to make sure that it's even. Ooh, Pippi Longstockings. Alright, so I'm just adding more braid, more hair towards the back. It's still the same 10 pieces of hair that I added in before. I just took some of it out to show you all, to show you how I do this look. You don't have to use 10 pieces. If you want a less thick braid, you can use less hair, but if you want a thicker braid, you can use more than 10. But once again, think about your hair. I have thick hair, so if you have thick hair as well, if you have thicker hair, you may want to test it out on less pieces of hair, or you may want to use more pieces of hair. It just depends on your hair type and your preference. Okay, Helen, you can start adding in that hair anytime. Want to put it on braid now? Or no? Okay, that's fine. Just keep on braiding and just neglect that braid, honey. Alright, there you go. There you go, girl. Alright. So I'm just adding in that braid and pulling it up just to make sure that I can have that loose look that I'm aiming for, that pretty bohemian style. And while I'm braiding the hair, I'm pushing the silver piece of hair out so you can see the peaks of highlighted silver Kanekalon hair through my hair. And the hair that I use is that matches the hair color of my hair is Marley hair. That's the grade of hair that I use. And then the silver hair is Kanekalon, so it is a looser curl pattern, but it's okay because it does blend in well, except for towards the ends of the hair, but I do cut those ends, as you will see later on in the video. Right there, you can see I'm pushing the silver hair out towards the front because nobody's gonna, because if you don't do that, then the peaks of hair will hide underneath the brown T30 color hair. And the only way somebody's gonna see your highlights is if they ask to pick up your braids so they can look under your hair, but that's weird. Don't let nobody do that to you. Alright, so I'm just braiding in the hair, pushing it out, just keep pushing it out, but it does become more predominantly silver as I go towards the bottom of the hair. And right here I'm standing on a chair so you can see how it looks on me. It hits right at the bottom of my belly button. I am 4'11", so you do have to keep that in mind. This hair is 22 inches. And right here I'm cutting the hair because I do not like that jagged look, so I'm aiming for a tapered look. So how I'm cutting it is I'm cutting on the right side of the hair, of the end of the hair, at the top of it. So I'm cutting at the top of the right side, and then I will be cutting towards the bottom on the left side of the hair. So this is the right side. I'm cutting at the top, and I'm also pulling my head up so that the hair can glide between my fingertips and that I'm not cutting too much hair off. And this is the tapered look that I achieved. And I'm going to be doing the same for the other side as well. Right here, I'm just using my shirt as a guide to measure how much hair to cut. You can use a ruler or whatever you want. I just use my hair. Boom, 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 tapered. There you go. Look at that. I can do a hair tutorial for y'all if that's what you want. Just leave a comment below so I can know if you want that. And right here, I'm using the Shea Moisture Gel Souffle and the scent Hibiscus. I love this stuff. It smells so amazing. In high school, people used to ask if they could eat my hair just because it smells so good. And of course I said no, but I took it as a compliment. And I'm just smoothing down my frilly willies that made their way outside of my braids. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a scarf, a satin or silk you can use, hair scarf, but not cotton because the cotton does snag your hair. I'm just leaving that on my head for an hour or two, or you can place it on there overnight up until the time that you're ready to leave. And I'm leaving out. Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there. And this is the finished product of my hair. I did cut it a little bit more, and I didn't cut it. I remember what happened now. I took the silver hair out, which made it shorter, but because I just didn't like the way it looked. I do need to practice that style more so it can look more I guess more likable. But people liked it, I just didn't like it. But this is what the final hairstyle looked like. I took the green eco style, and I just put it on my edges, and then I took that scarf again and just put it over my head. And this is what it looks like. Very natural. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when my next videos are coming, and make sure you like the video also. Bye.